I've got no background. It's just junk back there. I am testing my latency, figuring out why I'm struggling so much. So this is not really a gameplay. This is more me testing why it is that nothing seems to be working well. So last night, everybody saw that I was at 160. I'm at 28 right now. The server's empty, so that's part of it. But then I also changed some settings and turned off a bunch of other applications, which hopefully will help me keep my latency low. So I said yesterday I was going to fire my ISP, but I don't think that's really the problem. I forget how to do all this, man. It's been so long. I'm just going to mess around for a little bit. Constantly going to check my latency to see how we're doing. Make sure we stay at a decent level, which right now we are. We might have solved our problem there. I think the only question at this point is making sure that the stream looks fine, which I will test after the fact. Good. Just act like this is a real match, even though it's most definitely not. Can I get up this hill? Punch it. Oh yeah, we got this. Sure, this is very exciting gameplay. I do not apologize. We're going to get this thing fixed so it looks good later today. I got an hour until my next meeting, so I wanted to fix this. Sit here and cap. Hey, you know what? I don't care about cap. Who cares? This man. It does not matter at all. if anybody does join in, I'll have them set up for video. I can run through every one of those trees, but I can't run through that power line. Makes not a lot of sense. Some of the physics in this game are still a bit wonky. Let's get this trench. Where is that supply drop? Maybe right here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Right down the middle of the road. So this is the kind of stuff that's really boring that commanders should do when they first start every match, that they just don't do. Speaking of, I've got another supply drop I can put down. That is a good spot right there. The attacking Garys. About to have 2 defensive Garys. Get a couple more defensive Garys. And really want to get up to 8. None of it matters right now since I'm literally the only soul in this server right now. It's just so weird. The door frame stops me, but the gigantic fence doesn't. Let's see. Pretty sure I can reach all the way back here. That would be a decent spot. Do not have my supply drop left. Yeah, it's still just me. But I'm at 56. Which is much, much better than I was yesterday. The real test will be when it's a full server. What does that mean? That's really going to be how I have to test it. And I just now noticed that I don't even have my headphones on and I'm playing my sound through my computer speakers, so it's probably coming through the microphone, which would not be ideal. I'm very particular about how things sound because I do. Some people that pay attention to what I'm doing know that I have a podcast that I do for what is my day job. It's not for that company, but it's for the industry. So I'm very particular how things sound. Some supplies. Uh-oh. Not now. Maybe I can get out of here. Oh, come on. Come on, I got it. keep my speed up. I'm that guy. I'm that guy who gets his truck stuck like an idiot. I make fun of those people all the time, and now I'm that guy. We're going to encourage, even though we don't have a single node up. And we don't, it doesn't really matter because we have more supplies than we know what to do with. That's the other thing too. You can win a game without a single node if you manage your supplies well. Because too many people are dropping recon planes everywhere, strafing runs, bombing runs, and it's really not necessary. I know it's cool and it sounds fun, but it's really not necessary. Like, yeah, how wouldn't this be fun? You know, I'm just going to drop that right here. That sounds like a lot of fun, right? We're going to shoot some rockets, blow up half the team. Well, unless you've got just a ton of your guys right there ready to go in as soon as all of these guys are dead, it's just a waste of time. You could do it to slow down their advance, but it's a lot of munitions for most of the time minimal impact. Like 20, 30 kills, oh, that sounds great. It's a ton of fun to know you just got 30 kills, but is that really going to impact the end of the game? Could. But these definitely will. You just make sure that you always have supplies on the map. Right now we've got 6 up. We can get 2 more. Try to keep them only in the blue zones. The other nice thing about this is you know where the enemy is in your territory. Because I've heard it talked before about how these are like Garys are like a virus, and then you get all of the other OPs that start popping up around it, so you can start seeing further and further and with more granularity on the map on where they're at. Oh, where am I at? I went all the way past just chatting, not paying attention to where I'm going. I need a Koopa wagon. That's what I really need. Or am I? No, I'm Russian. What is that? I don't even know what that is, but we're going to call that in. Oh, it is a Jeep. Hell yeah. These things are so hard to drive. Very touchy. So really good ping. I think I might have solved my problem. Hopefully that makes it so that, because yesterday's stream looked like it was filmed on a potato, and I was not happy with it. So as soon as I saw that, I gotta fix this. artillery resupply. I guess that drops it into the artillery gun. Because when they did the update, they made a lot of changes to stuff like that that I'm just still trying to figure out exactly what the hell that means. But I guess that means there's a finite amount of ammunition for the artillery, so you have to constantly keep it supplied, which I'm all for. Because then it's not just some moron sitting back there firing, wasting all your munitions. You can actually somewhat control it. Nice little leisurely drive through the countryside here in Russia. Oh, pay attention to where you're going. It's a very peaceful place when there are not bullets and tanks firing at you and artillery bombing range. I'm gonna go visit the distillery, see what's going on there. What a lovely place. Still gotta figure out how to controller. I think it's common that we need. In-game menu I don't need. Strategic map and scoreboard I get. What's free look? Oh, this thing's got ammo in it? I would have never known that. Alright, I want it. Gameplay. Head. The HUD, I want it to be toggled on. But I gotta figure out how to toggle it. I'm running out of buttons here. Definitely don't want a screenshot. There's the free look. Okay. I forgot what it was. Now how the hell do I pull up my map here? Really don't want to look it up online, but I might have to. I like the vote dismiss. There we go. right. I gotta hold the right D-pad. Hey, hey, hey. Now we're gonna drop some more supplies. We're gonna build up our next. How many do I have? I got 7. Stay out of ditches. Get through here. Yeah, it does. What would be real funny is if I get a VIP slot out of this, even though I'm just dicking around. Because I'm seeding the server. This is a horrific garrison location. This is why you look at the map before you drop it. Look at this. I decided to drop it just next to a bivouac. There's some trees over here. I guess we can get close to, but that's crap. There's absolutely no cover for anybody that would be spawning in. Get back in my truck. Drop some more supplies over this way. These Jeeps really are great to get around the map on. I don't see enough commanders using them, but they're ideal for getting around the map quickly. I don't think I've ever used these new artillery strikes. I'm going to see what that's all about. Man, look at this. That is a garrison network. We're gonna drop some artillery on the next point where nobody's at, but about to be me. And as a seeding server, you should not do this, but we're just going to close this out. And then I'm going to check the VOD, make sure everything looks good. And thank you once again to the 79th. You guys have a really good server. I love it. I play on it every day. And I'm going to continue to play on it every day, as long as they'll have me. See, these recon planes, they can be nice, they can be helpful at times, but for the most part, they're not. Like this, okay, I can see what's going on here, but most of the time it just tells you what you already knew. Yeah, there's a bunch of people here. I got a bunch of infantry pings here. Okay, there's probably some infantry there. If you're going to use it before a major bombing run, I can see that. I can see how that would be somewhat valuable, but I still think it's not really worth the cost most of the time. And it's okay to tell people that you're playing with no. It's really okay to tell people you're playing with no. And explain why. Don't just be a dickhead about it. Still at 36. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we just got to keep the rest of my stuff shut off. It looks like my Google Chrome was pulling too much. I had too many tabs open. And I'll send a nice letter of apology to Comporian, the internet people here. Drop some more supplies, even though we can't build anything. Because why the hell not? And we'll cap, we'll get our victory, and we'll get the hell out of here. Then I'll check the VOD. Where's my precision strike? I need one of those tanks. I don't have 250? I don't. And victory is mine. I kicked ass. Flawless run. No deaths. I say that and somebody spawns in right before I cap. Pings me from across the map. I'll definitely be back on for real later today, and hopefully we'll have solutions to all the problems that we had last night. The streaming game, it's a little more complicated than I thought it was going to be, but it's still pretty damn simple. So if you're thinking about doing it, you should probably do it because it's fun. And we have a victory. Give myself commendation. All right. Well, no, I don't want to leave server because I want to get my nice bonuses